Good evening, and welcome to the Noah Vision Tales of Strange and the Bizarre. For tonight's story, I present a tale of Soviet AI and abandoned factories. The story was written by myself and narrated by Tony Shinobu, and special thanks to Matthieu Rose for providing voice acting. And if you enjoy, please like, subscribe and comment the word CODE to save me from the malevolent powers of the YouTube algorithm. With all that being said, let's get on with the video.
You probably wouldn't know it if you met me, but I used to work for MI5. Most people hear this and think James Bond, glamorous super spies. However, the reality is different. My job was essentially just a slightly better paid soldier, shooting at so-called bad guys for a government that I didn't really like. It was not long after the fall of the Iron Curtain that my team got a tip-off to a still active Soviet hideout. This wasn't the first time we got information like this. However, this time, it came with the added tip of alleged weapons of mass destruction. Of course, with these alleged weapons, my team was instructed to clean up this problem. My team arrived at the hideout around 6 AM. The morning was cold, and a thick layer of fog hung in the air, almost like a shroud covering our movements. These last remaining Soviets were operating out of an old can factory. This place had been abandoned since the mid-70s. We made our way towards the entrance of the factory. My friend Carl moved next to me, muttering to himself. He assumed that this would just be 3 overly eager old-age Russians. We had dealt with that before, and it would usually take less than an hour to arrest them. We assumed that getting into this place and doing our job would be a simple task, but we expected to be a routine sweep turned into a brutal standoff. We were trapped in a frantic firefight, despite the fact that there were more of us. We were completely pinned by 3 guys built like old tanks. They fired at us from high positions, the Kalashnikov spraying a rain of fire and lead in our direction. The 3 men all looked to be in their mid-40s. They were bald and looked filthy, as if they had lived in the factory for years. After a grueling battle, we were eventually able to move forward from our position, and the 3 bald men lay dead on the floor. We passed our way through the abandoned factory, clearing room after room. There were many more people inside the factory than we thought. All the men inside looked around the same age, and everyone was bald. We fought our way through room after room. Our main goal was to detain these so-called weapons of mass destruction, no matter the cost. However, we never found any. That was until we reached the final room. It had a thick steel door, which was rusting at the corners. The door blocked all the sound from the other side. However, going near the door gave off a strange feeling, like an unnerving vibration under the skin. We packed the door with explosives, then after a cautious nod, the door flew off with a deafening bursting sound. My team stormed into the room, and it was cold, very cold. The room was full of PC servers, and directly opposite the door sat a desk. A boxy computer sat on the desk. Scrolling green code covered its screen. To me, it was just total gibberish.
You fools cannot stop him. He shall control the world,
a man shouted. I found out in the years following the encounter that the man's name was Dr. Anatoly Sokolov, a big deal behind the Iron Curtain, and an expert in computers and artificial intelligence. He wasn't armed, just watching the code scroll. Our commander grabbed the doctor by his shirt collar and pinned him against the wall.
Where are these weapons of mass destruction we've heard so much about?
The commander shouted into the man's face. The doctor just laughed.
This
He said, gesturing to the flickering machine.
is the true weapon of mass destruction. Not bombs, not guns, mines. Mines of codes.
The doctor yelled as he pointed to the computer. The commander didn't hesitate. He just quickly threw the man to the ground, then shot the doctor directly between the eyes. We were instructed to stay in the factory. Experts were to come and examine the computer. We stayed in the factory for 3 weeks, as experts would come and go to see the mysterious computer. Eventually, we were instructed to burn the factory to the ground. We did as instructed, and the factory disappeared in a blaze of orange heat. I don't know why so many people were interested in the computer. Even now, when I hear a server phone kick in, I swear I can feel that same vibration under my skin, like something waking up. The reason I'm writing this is because last night, my laptop typed something on its own. Just 3 words. He is coming.
Subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more content in future.